S&S Horror Show. Come on, let it go. S&S Horror Show. We talk all night, you know. S&S Horror Show. Halloween.
Hey, and welcome. So this is technically the first episode, episode 1 of something hopefully that we're going to continue to do. And it's long form, for YouTube, basically a podcast, a video podcast. And today's topic, we're going to be talking about Halloween Horror Nights, the intellectual property houses. So those are the houses that are based off of the movies that have been announced so far. But last year, you went to your first Halloween Horror Nights, right? Well, we didn't do the whole night. He actually only did one house. And it was the Terrifier house because it was slam busy that night. And you didn't care that much for it.
Well, it was the flagship house, right? So it was that year. So it was exciting to get into that house. We couldn't really do any other houses because the lines were just ridiculous, and we wanted to enjoy other parts of the park. Now, I will say, I thought the house was done well. I thought the actors were great. The only thing that was disappointing about it is they're just herding people through. So you don't get the jump scares because the people in front of you might get it. So you know what's coming.
Yeah, well, that's a whole different. I could go on and on about the problems for a Halloween Horror Night and what you deal with every time. But Terrifier, I wouldn't say it was a flagship house. It was definitely one of the more.
I thought it was the main house that year.
No. There was Five Nights at Freddy's. There's not really a main house. Five Nights at Freddy's was the bigger house that had the longer waits, but they're all basically on an even level.
One thing I couldn't believe is we were in the line to go to the Terrifier house, and there's like 7-year-olds in line with us with their families, and I'm just this.
Yeah, that would have been me as a child. That's the stuff I did.
And now we know why you are the way you are.
Yeah, but that was last year, and again, that was his first Halloween Horror Nights.
I had fun.
I went back again, and did all the houses, but we're here to talk about 2026 because it's almost August, and at the end of August, we all know that's when Halloween Horror Nights starts. And we have some houses announced. We have scare zones announced. We have shows announced. But we're going to talk about the IP houses and how we feel about them. And I'm sure, you've seen a good amount of the movies. So, the first house, let's get right into it. It's no surprise. Stranger Things Season 5. And I'm going to go right off the bat and say, I don't care for Stranger Things. And I don't care for Stranger Things Season 5. I watched the first season. It was cool. And then I don't know. I don't get the hype for it. I never really did. I guess people just like the whole 80s vibe because they weren't there and they appreciate it. I do, but with other movies. Am I excited for this house? No, not really. Am I going to wait the 2 hours that the line's probably going to be? No, I'm not going to. I don't know how you feel about Stranger Things, but...
Well, pretty much the same way that you feel about it. I started watching it when it first came out. I thought it was awesome. I love the concept. I was all in. I love that it was in the 80s because that's like one of my favorite decades, to be quite honest, in modern America. And but then as the show progressed and we got deeper into the alternate universe or realm or whatever, I kind of thought it got stupid, to be honest. So I thought for what I was enjoying it for, I thought it had a lot of potential. It grabbed me really quickly, but it lost me just as quick. So I'm not too excited about the season 5 house that
Stranger Things.
If we don't get to it, I'm fine.
Stranger Things is essentially becoming the Walking Dead of Halloween Horror Nights. And the Walking Dead, it was like just year after year after year of each season of The Walking Dead in a new house. And that
was another show that lost me. It was the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, and it's just...
And then she was like, I'm done.
It's just repetitive, and that's the same thing that the houses
find a safe place, it falls. Go find another safe place, it falls.
Yeah, that's the same thing that the houses were too. It was just the same thing. Zombies in a couple different locations. So that's why, Stranger Things, my excitement for that, give it a 1 out of 10 because I really have zero desire to see anything else Stranger Things. I hope this is actually the last year they do it.
Yeah.
To me, it's a waste of a house. But anyway, moving on to the second house that was announced, I want to say it is The Sinner's House.
Yeah.
And we just watched that movie not too long ago. It was a good movie. Am I excited for the house? I think they can do a lot with it.
Yeah.
Especially with the time period it was set in and how they like to throw in the different effects when it comes to fire and smells and all that. I think they could do a lot. And vampires is one of Halloween Horror Nights specialties. Every year they have a vampire themed house. So I'm just hoping that the house does more with the vampires than the actual movie did. That's all I can hope for that.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. And I think that they have a really cool opportunity here to create a feel of like time travel when you go into this house if they do it really well. I love the setting, the time of the movie Sinners. Again, if you guys watched our review of Sinners, I thought it was a tremendous movie. I thought it was great. I didn't necessarily think it was worth all of the hype. There was gore there. There were some scary moments for sure, but it didn't feel like a traditional horror movie. The only real scary vampire movie I can think of is 30 Days a Night. That is fantastic. But no, I think that they have a lot of opportunity with this house to make it great. So hopefully they knock it out of the park, but there's a potential that they could fall short, but we'll see.
And I mean, it's again, the wait times are going to be very long for that house. It was one of the most popular movies of, I don't know, I forget if it came out this year or last year. It had to be last year because it won the award this year. But yeah, you could expect long waits for that house. My excitement level for that is 5 out of 10. I'm very neutral on it. I think it'll be good, but again, it's not one I'm running to. It didn't get me excited for this year of Halloween Horror Nights. Much unlike the next one, because this is the one that sealed the deal for me for this year, and that's the Hellraiser house.
Well, that's a classic for you.
Yeah, and like this is right up my alley. So like 80s and 90s slashers, gore, that's my go-to for horror. I mean, people like to argue with me about the new horror movies and how they're so much more like intellectual and you actually have to think about it. I don't care. That slasher horror movies, that's my jam. And Hellraiser is one of the most iconic horror characters of all time. Right up there with Jason, Michael, Freddy. And I mean, not to mention, this is going to be a very gory house. I'm hoping the effects, there's gonna be lots of chains, lots of blood. It's just everything I want in a house. It's essentially like the Terrifier house was. And that's why last year that was most exciting for me. Because again, Art the Clown is the modern day slasher of our generation. We haven't had a new icon like this. I mean, I guess the Pennywise was before Art, and that's a remake. So Art's completely original, and he had his own house last year. This year we get Hellraiser, Pinhead in a house. And I mean, I'm so excited for that. Like my excitement for that is a 10 out of 10. That's
no surprise.
Yeah, that's the one. I'm like, we need to do this. Where last year it was Terrifier, and it was Jason's house, Friday the 13th. They had 2 really good houses last year. But yeah, I mean, all the different Cenobites and all that. It's gonna be. I have such high hopes for that house. You watched? You watched.
Yeah,
one of the
no.
Hellraisers.
We watched 2 of them, and that was recent. We didn't do a review because I'm sure you did a review eons ago about it. But no, we recently watched this together, and I really enjoyed it. I thought that they were pretty messed up movies for sure. One thing that I really enjoyed about the Hellraiser movies was with visual effects and overall story and the concept, I thought that it was extremely ahead of its time. I was very impressed for what they were able to produce for that time period. I'll also say I think it was a very trippy movie. Some of the things that happened and that the producers and writers came up with. So with that said, I feel like, I don't know, because I've only been to Halloween Horror Nights once, so please take this with a grain of salt or go easy on me. But like I feel like there's an opportunity to make the house almost trippy as well as scary, to like immerse the Halloween Horror Night goers into that weird alternate universe.
Absolutely.
Kind of like how at state fairs there's like those fun houses where like you kind of get like lost and like there's the double mirrors.
Let's
and all
not
the
get
bullshit.
crazy.
Okay, come on.
I don't want to get sick.
I'm not saying get sick, but like enough to like spook you where you think like you're kind of trapped but you're not type thing.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I could definitely see something like that along those lines.
Yeah.
The Weekend when they had that house there, they did a lot of that with the mirrors, and it was trippy, like you're tripping on a drug. That's essentially what the Weekend house was when they did that 2 years ago, whenever it was. I could definitely see some of that playing into it, like them going into a different dimension.
About. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, one definitely we're definitely doing. I don't care.
This will be a good one.
The next house that was announced, was a movie that literally just came out maybe a week or two ago, Evil Dead Burn. And the latest installment in the Evil Dead franchise, these Evil Dead movies were taking a different turn than the original ones. Very dark, very mean, very gory. And I'm all for it. I mean, I think this is going to be another good house. I'm not super, like, it's not bringing me there. It definitely helps. I would say Evil Dead. This one's probably putting me at like a 7 out of 10 for excitement. Didn't see the new movie. Didn't see it yet. But I don't know if I want to because I heard some things about it. And it's just, I heard it was good. I think the house, they can do a lot with it. Evil Dead is a scary movie, how they have the new ones. You know, we watched Evil Dead Rise. And it's definitely a darker take on the Evil Dead franchise than in the originals. The originals had a lot of comedy and goofiness to them, which I love. I do hope that they have a lot of Easter eggs in this house pertaining to the originals, like Ash Williams and all the fun stuff like the chainsaws. But I think it'll be a decent house.
I think so. I think it'll be a very gory house for sure. No, we saw Evil Dead Rise and see Evil Dead Burn. I definitely really enjoyed it. I thought it was scary. It was one of those scary movies, though, I will say, that has like those classic, like obvious moments, like don't go in there, like don't do that. Like, so I had like those corny moments of like,
Which one's that? Evil Dead Rise?
yeah. I'm just like, well, you're an idiot. Why are you doing that? Like when the guy opens up the book and starts reciting the prayer, it's like, really? Like this?
Again, they don't know what it's going to do. If you found a book like that and you just start reading it, you don't think that it's going to cause a demon to come
like
out.
that. I'd dig a hole so deep that the heat from the Earth's core would incinerate it. Okay.
I mean, the first thing I would think if I found a book like that is that's going to unleash a demon, but that's me. Not everybody thinks that way. So they just read it out loud and then it unleashes the demon, and that's what happened. Unleashes.
We saw we saw
the Evil Dead. Yeah, so the other one we saw was the remake.
No.
Yes.
There was a really recent remake thing because we saw the one where like the mother and the family in the apartment.
That's Rise, yeah.
And then we saw the one in the cabin
and
with
that's
the girl.
the remake. That's the remake of the original. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah,
I liked both of them.
Maybe sooner, maybe later than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one came out a while ago. That one was really good. The remake was really good. I don't think it gets enough credit.
After seeing those movies, though, it clicked with me how much the new Mummy movie is basically just an Evil Dead movie. I'm happy to see that that's not a house this year because that movie was trash.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
No.
But yeah, that's all. I mean, there's going to be an Ozzy Osbourne themed house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they usually have a musical themed house, and Ozzy Osbourne just makes sense. You know, he unfortunately just passed away. And if you're going to make a house based on any musician besides Rob Zombie, the Prince of Darkness is somebody you can do it for. I mean, he had Bark at the Moon where he was painted up like a werewolf and makeup and all that stuff. I think there's a lot they can do with an Osbourne themed house.
Probably see some actors bite some bats' heads off.
Yeah, all along those lines. What we did get announced, and I don't know how I feel about this. Granted, it's just the scare zone, and I think scare zones are just wastes of time. I mean, it's nice to have them while you're just walking through the park, but they don't get me excited. But Fortnite and Fortnitemares got announced as a scare zone for Halloween Horror Nights in 2026. And what does this do? This is opening up the door to bring in a lot of teens and young people into Halloween Horror Nights. Are you happy about that?
No.
I mean, I don't really care. It is what it is. Hopefully we'll be doing an RIP tour and we won't have to deal with anybody. That's always my goal for Halloween Horror Nights. But again, depending on what they can do. So playing the devil's advocate. I can't speak.
Advocate.
Playing the devil's advocate here.
There you go.
Fortnitemares. For you don't know. I played Fortnite a lot. Okay. Especially over the last 8 years of my life.
Never played it. I've seen it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was addicted to it. And Fortnitemares, they did it around Halloween time every year. They would completely change the map up, put in all different haunted houses and pumpkin effects. And they have different game modes where you fight zombies. And they would release costumes of scary characters. Recently.
Okay, this is making more sense then.
So recently, they've acquired lots of different licenses to be in the game, like Jason Voorhees, like Leatherface, like Michael Myers, like
This is
Art the
adding up
Clown.
now. To
Scream.
me, it sounded so random. But
Yeah, okay, but this is where I'm getting now. I don't know how this is going to work, but if they're able to kind of have a little loophole there and base these characters like a Ghostface who isn't at Halloween Horror Nights, but because he was in Fortnite, now he can be in the scare zone.
Well, I like that.
And
I would
again,
love a Scream house. I love Scream.
yeah, again, it's
Love
all licensing
Scream.
and how they or what agreements they're able to come to. There was almost a Scream house one year, and it ended up not happening. Again, it's all a rights thing, but there's a loophole there because again, like the Jason universe and Jason, again, this is me nerding out and the stuff that I know. So Jason was in a lot of different legal rights to where they couldn't make a movie, they couldn't put out merch. It all came to a halt. But what NECA did, which is a toy company, in order to release certain ones like Jason Part 8, Jason Part 9, Jason Goes to Hell, there was a video game that came out before this whole legal thing happened. It actually shut the video game down, but they are able to release these toys that they wouldn't be able to because they're basing the toys on the game, not the movie. So there's a loophole there where they wouldn't be able to make these toys. I'm wondering if they can do the same thing here with Halloween Horror Nights and now have these characters based on how they look in the game, but now because if they can do that, that is genius. And everybody's saying that this Fortnite is just stupid to be. You're wrong if they are able to do that because that opens a whole door now to have all these different characters that don't have haunted houses, that don't have any scare zones based on them. Well, now you can have them in the park every year as long as you keep that contract with Fortnite going.
Well, that would be really cool. And it, like as far as like it being a house, because you could make it that like different levels or different rooms or whatever are catered to the different characters and things of that nature. That makes more sense to me because before we got on here and you mentioned Fortnite, I was like, what the heck? In what world? But that makes more sense.
And again, also, I mean, we already have Art the Clown coming back in a scare zone, and then we also have Killer Clowns from Outer Space coming back into that same scare zone. It's going to be a scare zone based on the clowns. So they are bringing, and last year, Art the Clown.
I don't know what that is, though.
What?
The From Outer Space.
Yeah, you never saw it. It's an old school movie, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's pretty goofy. I love it. It's a classic. We'll watch it. But Art the Clown was such a big deal last year, walking around the park, people taking pictures with him, interacting. He's coming back again this year with the clown scare zone, whatever it is, and I'm sure he'll be walking around the park doing the same thing again. So that's great.
No, I mean, I think it'll be really great. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, heck, we were just we were out shopping this weekend and looking at Halloween decorations, so we're getting really pumped.
Yeah,
and then
I
I
got
think
my
one of my
scarecrow.
best friends actually is gonna come into town for Halloween Horror Nights and go with us. So I'm really pumped about that.
Yeah, and that's where I think we need to figure out. Again, you always want a strategy when you're going to do Halloween Horror Nights because you don't want to just go and get 2-3 houses done and just be, you waste your money. You want to have a plan. You want to know what tickets you're getting. You want to know what you're able to do. So now this year they have that early scare access, which we did last year, and it was cool. It's how we got the Terrifier house done. I think it was like $60. I can't remember if we had to pay or not, or how it worked with our annual pass. We didn't have to buy a day ticket. That's what it was. We were able to just get in because we had annual pass. That was essentially our day ticket. All we had to do was buy the early Scream access, which was like $60. This year, that early Scream access now, at 2 o'clock, you're able to get into the park, which if you have a day pass already, doesn't matter. But at 2 o'clock, you're able to get into the park. And at 2 o'clock, they're actually going to have 3 haunted houses open that you can walk through and get them out of the way, which last year they did not. They didn't open the haunted house until 5:30 last year, and that was when we did Terrifier.
Yeah.
You were able to get online early because they opened the queues to get online early, but you still had to wait. Where this year they're changing that, and this is actually, I mean, it all depends on how you feel. Because personally, I don't really like doing haunted houses in the daytime. I think it kills the vibe.
I
It
agree.
takes it all
I
away.
agree.
But if you're trying to do it all in one night, this is your chance to do it. And then I believe at 4:30 they're opening up 2 more haunted houses. And also, and I'll post it all up somewhere here. But it's much better this year the way they're doing that. I think it gives people a lot more chances to get stuff done. But yeah, I mean, we got to figure out what we're gonna do.
We got to make sure that Jared, does the same pass because whoever you go with, you want to make sure you have the same like caliber.
Well, that's
pass,
that's
or
the
else
other
you'll get divided
challenge.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
You want to figure out the day you guys are going. You got to make it all
Yeah.
make sense and get the right passes so you can all do the same things together.
Yeah.
Because if we buy Express Pass and then our friends don't, well, guess what? We're doing everything while they're waiting in line for 2 hours.
Absolutely.
And I have no sorrow or sympathy
Absolutely.
because you should just be on par with me.
Yep. Snooze, you lose.
Yeah. That means you too. You got to be on par with me. Keep up. Keep up or you're going to get lost in the fog. And that's just how it is.
Oh, don't tease me. That sounds nice.
But yeah, I mean, comment down below. Oh, before we go, I do have a giveaway that I want to do since this is our first video on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm going to go grab it right now. Good, it's still going. Okay, so now to win this giveaway, it's only on YouTube. So what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to comment down below. Tell me what house you're most excited for. What house you're most excited for this year for Halloween Horror Nights. Or tell me what house you wish was coming to Halloween Horror Nights. Either way, comment down below. Like and subscribe to us. Like and subscribe because we're going to be doing these videos constantly. We'll find more to talk about different topics, but it's going to be a longer form. It's going to be on YouTube, and you're going to get to see us more because some of you may know our Instagram videos, they're very short because the attention span on Instagram is like this. And I have a lot to say. I like to talk a lot, and so does he. I have to cut him off all the time because he talks too much. And then I have to cut the video down. I can't get a majority of the stuff that I want to say in the video or that he's trying to say in the video. So we're going to make the longer videos too, say along with Instagram stuff as well.
Yeah.
You know,
and we'll
that's
cut,
the
like
route.
you said, we'll do different topics and things like that.
Yeah, and
It's
it's
just fun.
to grow this channel more too. You know, where it's not just going to be talking. We'll start doing vlogs as well. You know, travel vlogs. When we go to the theme parks, maybe we'll start filming stuff there. When we go away, we'll go to different hotels, start filming stuff there, trying different foods. Like that was my whole goal behind this channel. And I tried telling you this. You know, I tried telling a lot of people this. It was never just to do movie reviews. I personally, there's so many channels out there that already do movie reviews that what's another one? I want to incorporate all this different stuff and just talk about spooky shit.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't have cursed because it's YouTube and then you get demonetized. So I'll bleep that out. But I just want to talk about spooky stuff and horror stuff and all this stuff that I like to enjoy. And I don't have an outlet to talk about it, but now I do because social media is life at this point. But anyway, back to the giveaway. Like I said,
These are good.
I have stuff here
I'm excited.
that I bought for the giveaway that somebody's going to win. I'm going to pick a comment and just, when I pick that comment, I'm going to make sure you're subscribed as well because that's part of this.
And you've liked it,
But just
right?
like it. Yeah, I don't even know if I can check if they liked it. I don't know. New to YouTube, but we'll figure it out. I'm going to pick one of the comments and you will win this little prize pack here, maybe along with some other goodies. Chase, you can pull them out.
Okay.
But we got some stuff here. Horror based,
so
obviously.
awesome.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to keep them myself, but
I
I'm giving
know.
them away.
All right.
And you got a little ghost face. Everybody loves ghost face. You know, I don't know if it's going to be focused, but I'll throw some pictures up there too. I could edit. That's one thing you're going to win. Again, this is one big prize pack. It's not multiple prizes, so it's just one person's going
So
to win.
there's one more ghost face.
Yeah.
And this one's in like a pink robe.
It's a pink ghost face. It's pink face.
I think it's adorable.
And then this is the
might
thing
keep
that
this
everybody
one.
really loves. He's not keeping it.
Just kidding.
Here you go. And this is the final thing you're going to win. And it is an Art the Clown figure, 5-inch scale from Terrifier. And everybody loves Art the Clown. Everybody loves Ghostface. And that's what you're going to get if you win this giveaway.
These are awesome.
Yeah.
These little ghost faces are
I know they're
so cute.
I know. And that's because I care about people.
Oh, look at this. This is nice. It's got him like wiping away the blood, the classic.
Yeah, I love
knife.
that. Yes. And because I care.
is good.
I like to give back. And if you're watching and taking the time to comment and like my stuff, I try to give stuff back to you. You know, I don't have to, but I do. It's just it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like people who follow are getting rewarded as well as I am by seeing the different likes.
It's his love language. He's a giver.
Yeah. For
sure.
So that's where we're at.
Yeah, I like it.
Again. And I'll post this on socials too, but I'd really appreciate if you watch the whole video. But either way, like, comment, ring the bell, whatever all the YouTube stuff is to where you get notified that when we post a video, and we'll try to do this weekly, you know, and see how it goes. If this goes over well, we'll try to do it as much as we can. Maybe we'll film a couple at a time. I don't know. I'm not going to give away all my secrets. But
I've been trying. It's not working.
yeah. But yeah, that's the giveaway. Again, we're gonna grow this channel, continue to do more stuff. Hopefully you like what we say. Hopefully you like our voices, because that's very important too. I hate a lot of people. Let me stop going off on tangents. Hopefully you like all the
He
stuff
said he
we do.
liked to talk.
I do. I can keep going. But this is episode 1 is in the books. I don't know. Maybe we'll find a day to post this, or maybe I'll just post it once I'm.
Yeah, whenever.
Yeah, maybe we'll have a set day. Maybe we'll set a day eventually. Again, we're just winging
Yeah,
this. This
yeah,
is we're figuring stuff out as we
Trial
go.
and error.
Yeah.
I'm excited about like when we're going, because we have some big travel plans coming up. So I'm excited to do things
Yeah,
at
we'll film
different
stuff.
places.
And again, it's spooky season is here. We went to Home Goods. I got this guy. I don't know what. I mean, I just like it, so I bought it.
I think it's awesome. I got a painting.
Yeah. And we like when there's Halloween stuff in stores, and we're going to be filming it. And I'm going to show you what I buy, because I'm always going to buy stuff. Because you know that's the rule. That is the damn rule. If you go into a store and there's Halloween stuff, you need to leave with something. And this was my first purchase of the 2026 season
Yeah.
in store. I ordered stuff online, but that never changes. But anyway, like, subscribe, do all the stuff, please. And follow our other socials. I mean, mainly it's on Instagram. It's where a lot of the stuff happens. SNS Horror Show. But if you have anything else to say,
No, I'm good. Stay spooky.
yeah, I guess we'll use that here too. Stay spooky.
Turn out the room, let the chill move in. Count down slow, let the night begin. S&S Horror Show, come on, let it go. S&S Horror Show.